One of the most common tasks I have after I've worked on an image in Capture One Pro is to just export it out so that I can post it online, use it in an article, social, whatever needs to happen. So I do a lot of onesies. And let's do that with this. Let's go through the export procedure for just one image that you want to send out of the application. Now, this is an image that has annotations. I had played with that earlier. I'm going to turn them on right there so you can see them. But I don't want to export those annotations. I actually just want to post it. So I'm not sending this to someone to work on. I'm sending this out to publish. Alrighty, so I'm going to go up to File, and we're going to come all the way down, and I'm going to export a variant. And the reason why is because I want the work that I've done on the image to go out with it. If I wanted to, I could just send the raw file right out, and I would choose original. But in this case, I want to send basically a finished file out. So I'm going to choose the variant right there. And we get this dialog box. I get to choose where it's going, and I have my options there. I just click on the pop-up menu. If I wanted to send it somewhere else, I could choose the folder. I'm going to send it to the desktop. We have our naming format right here, and I like image name plus job name. If you've been listening to me over the years, you know I like preserving the original image name. I just think it makes sense over the long haul, especially years later when you're trying to find a file number. I'm really happy when I have that right there. And you have options on what to do with this. We have presets right here that you can use, or you can build your own and basically just drag these little guys right up. So for instance, if I wanted, I don't know, this category, I could drag it up there and create my own. And if I don't want it, I could just hit delete. But I'm going to go with image name and job name. So we'll just go ahead and click OK right there. And since I've called out job name in the format, then I should put something in that field. So I'll put for web. And that's generally what I do for the shots that have been sampled down from their original size down to something a little bit smaller. And in this case, it'll be 2048, which is ideal for Facebook and Twitter. And we'll make it a JPEG file, although I have all of my options open. And quality around 80. We'll do sRGB because it is going online. And I'm not going to open it with anything. Now we have a couple other tabs other than the basic tab right here. We also have the File tab. Nothing there for me. We have the Adjustments tab, and we are going to respect the crop. I want the crop to go out with it, but we could ignore crop if we wanted to. And then I'm going to Output Sharpen for screen. That's a little high for this shot. All I really want to do is just compensate for the sampling down process that happens on export. I'm not trying to add additional sharpening to it. This is output sharpening that I had talked about earlier. So just enough to compensate for the sampling down that happens. And then in terms of metadata, rating and color tag, well, I didn't do either here, which is unusual for me. If I had, I'd probably want to include it. Copyright, definitely. GPS, if I were doing a drone shot of a location, I'd probably say yes. If I was shooting a birthday party for a neighborhood kid, I'd probably say no. So it just depends on what you want there out in the world. Camera metadata, definitely. All other metadata other than GPS, yes. And in this case, no on the annotations. I don't want those annotations that we created for the shot to go with it. However, if I were sending it to a friend or something for work, then I would probably choose a PSD file and include annotations. Your options are open. So I think we look pretty good here. I'll just go ahead and export. By the way, you may have noticed this throughout this title. Capture One Pro 11 is faster. They said Capture One Pro 10 was faster. It didn't really feel faster to me. However, 11 does feel faster, I have to say. Alrighty, so here we go. I'm going to go ahead and minimize this. Here we are on the desktop. Let's just double click it. So there's our image. No annotations. All right, let's do Command I. Let's just check our specs. Everything looks good. There's our XF data. There is my IPTC data, including keyword smoke. Please contact me, all rights reserved. All that good stuff. Copyright, it's all there. All right, that's a nice clean export. So there you go. That's exporting one image out. That is the way that I export most of the time. However, I'll show you batch also, because there are times when you want to send a whole bunch out. Let's say that maybe it's for something that you're going to put up on SmugMug or something like that. So we'll get to that next.